It's 49ers versus Eagles week, which means everyone is looking for a soundbite because, as we know, after Brandon Ayuk joined me on my channel, his clips and his sounds went viral across the internet and made it all the way to the Super Bowl and the Eagles players there. Well, since that time, anytime a 49ers player or an Eagles player gets an opportunity to say anything, a lot of the times they are asked about the San Francisco 49ers and because of all the things that I just named. So, no different with James Bradberry, who was caught in this war of words after Deebo Samuel called him trash on the I Am Athlete podcast. If you missed it, here's a little clip of the original sound from Deebo Samuel where this all started.
Just a question. So Brandon Ayuk come out and say
He did.
what he said. He said
That they was going to
gonna get
the
exposed.
Eagles defense. What was he saying about
Yeah,
that?
where's the holes?
Yeah, right.
Where are the holes?
No.
There's
No,
holes.
what's the holes?
It was some
The
wide
back
open
end.
plays now.
The back end, you got the all pro and the all pro. The D line make him all make both of them all pros.
You don't, so
Besides Slay, I respect Slay.
what
That's
about
my dog.
Bradberry?
Trash.
Bradberry's trash?
He the one that made. He the one that
Did you
made.
see- did you see-
Did you see the play that Brandon had? The second play of the game, he got hurt. Purdy got hurt.
Time out.
The separation, like it's just like
It's football. You gonna make some plays?
Obviously, this week, everyone is asking everyone about what he said. Do you have a reaction? Everyone's looking for that soundbite. And no perfect example of that is Deebo Samuel on the Up and Adam show, where she was, hey, let's face it, responding and sharing a comment from Hassan Reddick and, trying to get Deebo to react to it. But Deebo didn't have much to say.
What is the cause of the you and Bradberry thing, if you could explain it in terms I can understand? Like, was there a moment on the field?
No, it wasn't necessarily a moment of the field. We was just talking ball that, said what I said and, and they dragged it on or whatever, but whatever the case may be. But it's kind of like I stated yesterday, like, at the end of the day, like I said it, I said it, but I don't regret it.
Now, obviously, you heard Hassan Reddick. I heard boo-hoos. I saw that. I don't know if he's talking. I don't know who he's talking to, the boo-hoos and all of that. But I do want to ask you. And here was the quote: "Talk is cheap. They get to come back into the link. It was a lot of boo-hoos last year, a lot of crying, a lot of what ifs, a lot of this, a lot of that. They get a chance to come back in here, line that shit up, and prove it again." So, I mean, boo-hoos, Deebo?
Hey, man, we'll catch you on Sunday.
Is this one of those? Is this one of those where you see Shanahan and you say, "Yo, give me a chance to chip number 7 on this next play"?
No, I don't play that type of game.
You don't want to block Hassan?
Nah, whatever. I mean, whatever Kyle asks me to do, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to go to him and be like, "Yo, let me chip this guy," or anything like that. Nah.
I feel like you asked for the ball, though. This isn't one of those where you're like, hey.
I'm
I
not a
just got
guy that
featured
go
in
in
the
there.
Seahawks game.
I'm not a guy that go in there and ask for the ball either. Like, I think
Yeah.
Kyle knows his personnel and he knows, what all his players are capable of, and he do a great job of sharing the ball around.
You termed James Bradbury trash after that game last year. Do you regret that? I mean,
I don't regret nothing I said.
okay, you stand.
So that leads us to finally closing the loop and hearing from James Bradberry for the first time on this comment that Deebo Samuel made. And this is what we heard from the Eagles cornerback right here on Deebo Samuel calling him trash.
It's a big game for us this week. Playing a great team. And, it's going to be a big challenge for us, and I can't wait to go out there and play.
Is there any extra motivation at all when you hear things like that, or even think of last year?
No, because last year. I think the extra motivation just comes from it being a division opponent. They're in the NFC. I'm not a conference opponent. Because they're in the NFC with us. They're a great team. So it's going to be a big challenge for us.
When you hear him say something like that and then double down on it, what is the key to staying focused and not letting that affect you in any way?
I just approach one day at a time. Of course, I don't really necessarily like what he said. Wish you'd use a better word, describe my play. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, all I can do is control my work ethic, what I do day to day.
James, why do you think he said that? What was the motivation for that genius to say that?
You would have to ask him. from the clips that I saw, of course, they felt like they had a good game plan against us. They felt like they had some open routes against us. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you got to ask him.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I thought that was an absolutely phenomenal response. Honestly, I think one of the things that we've been able to take away from this week is both, I would say all players on all sides, they seemingly are kind of done talking. Like they're so over the talking portion of this. Things that have been said have been said. They're not trying to rehash it and start new things or anything like that. I know this week started off hot with those Hassan Reddick comments, but since then, it's just everyone trying to focus on the game. And Bradberry did a really good job of handling this. I'm going to give him all the credit in the world. He did a really good job. I thought Deebo Samuel's response to the Up and Adams thing was a great response. The guys have been definitely media trained moving through this portion because, as we know, it's a hot topic and everyone wants to know. But as we've seen up until this point, no one has really said a whole lot. And I think it all comes down to these guys wanting to do it with their play on the field, and they're just done talking. They're done talking about it. So I would imagine this might be one of our last videos about this guy reacted to that guy, vice versa. And I'm not too worried about that. I'm not too concerned about that because I too, like the players, am ready to get this thing going on the field. I'm less concerned about he said, they said, respond, react. We're past that. It's time to get ready for arguably the biggest game of the season in the entire NFL. And I am ready for it. All this talk, all this, that, it's just getting me more energized for this game on the field, which I think everyone is what they're looking for. They're really excited for that. They could care less about all this talking. So I'm closing the loop. James Bradbury responded, and that should be the end of it. No more trash talking that I would expect really coming up, leading up to this game. So this might be the closing loop on that circle. Hopefully it is. But let me know what you guys thought about this whole situation, all the trash talking, Bradberry's response, Deebo's response, everything in between. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.